with all due respect, Rick, what am I talking about? What respect is due? How is my son supposed to pass his classes if you keep dragging him off for high-concept sci-fi rigmarole?
Listen, Jerry, I don't want to overstep my bounds or anything. It's your house, it's your world, you're a real Julius Caesar. But I'll tell you how I feel about school, Jerry. It's a waste of time. Bunch of people running around, bumping into each other. Guy up front says 2 + 2. People in the back say 4. Then the bell rings. They give you a carton of milk and a piece of paper that says you can go take a dump or something. I mean, it's not a place for smart people, Jerry. And I know that's not a popular opinion. That's my 2 cents on the issue. This was a good breakfast, Beth. You really made the crap out of those eggs. I wish your mother was here to eat them.
Oh, Dad.
What? For real? All right, now everybody...
Hey everyone, for this video I wanted to touch on a bit of a hot topic, and that is film school. There are a lot of opinions out there whether you should go, mainly that you should not go. There's a lot of opinions on school in general, especially in a lot of creative industries, and I kind of just wanted to talk about my thoughts on that. I did go to film school. I graduated in June of this year. I feel like the topic of film school is kind of has this aura or this stigma around it, and I kind of just wanted to dive into it a little bit. There are a lot of opinions thrown at you online, especially. I'm not here to persuade you to go to film school. I kind of just wanted to talk about what led me to my decision and what could possibly lead you to yours. I knew out of high school that I was going to go to college. I finally got into school and I started my freshman year. I quickly realized that everything that I was taught in film school can be found somewhere on YouTube. As most things, I should add, I was sitting in a class. It was a sound engineering class. That sounds grand, but it was an extremely basic freshman level 101 sound class. And I just remember an alumni walking in. He came to visit our professor, and our professor was like, "These are the young minds of tomorrow. Do you have any advice for our bright young stars about to enter the workforce?" And this guy, I remember him looking at us, and he was like, "You know, man, life's hard, and I get up every morning and I make the commute from Philadelphia to New York City. First things first, you gotta love what you do. Second thing is that college is not for learning. College is for networking." And that kind of sat with me. It kind of struck me for, I guess, the rest of my college experience, honestly. Less of, these are the classes I have to go to and this is the information that I'm going to learn. But where is this going to take me, and what opportunity can I gain from this, is where I started to realize that for me it was worth it. A lot of people will deter you from going to film school, and a lot of people don't go to film school in the first place. A lot of people drop out of film school, but there's also a lot of people that finish. So whatever category you fall into, you have to decide for yourself what makes most sense for you. And that feels like a cop-out answer for this whole video, but I feel like it's really true. If I didn't go to school, I'm not sure that I would have moved to Philadelphia. I'm not sure that I would have met some of my best friends. I'm not sure I would have learned how to live on my own. I'm not sure if I would have learned how to network and how to talk to people and how to deal with people. Film school helped me find what I like and more importantly, what I don't like in the film industry, which was definitely helpful. I just want to mention that if you went to film school, you can be a successful filmmaker. And if you didn't go to film school, you can be a successful filmmaker. If you dropped out of film school, you could be a successful filmmaker. There's no preconceived transcript for success, and I think that's something I get caught up in. When you're deciding what to do next in your education, in your life, you're closing one chapter and you're starting something new. So whatever that looks like for you, I feel like you have to take into account your plan, what you want, and what's going to make you happy. I'm actually in school now, believe it or not. I decided to do one more year. There was a lot of factors that went into that decision. And I decided to do a 1-year accelerated program for an MBA, which is a Master's in Business Administration, which sounds really fancy, but honestly, it really came down to what I want. And, long term, I'd really like to run my own business. And I know nothing about business. I know nothing about the numbers and the finance that goes into that. And, a lot of people told me don't do that. And maybe they were right, but I still think that what I'm getting out of it right now is worth it for me. So far, in comparison to film school, knowing nothing about business, I have learned so much in the last 3 weeks. It's extremely difficult, but I also feel like exercising that part of my brain makes me want to exercise the creative part of my brain, which is forcing me to do this. I have so much work every single week, and I'm working long hours, but I'm still making the time to do this because this is what I love to do. At the end of the day, you have to do what's right for you, and that's completely different for every other person out there. So if you're having doubts, just stay the course, be confident in your decisions, and just know that it's going to work out. So that's where I'm at. Still figuring it out myself, but I figured I'd just kind of get in front of the camera and chat about it a little bit because I've been thinking about it, and hope you got a little something out of it. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.